I do some of these exercises on a regular basis, some not as much as I should do, but they all go to help strengthening the knee and the muscles around the knee, because the knee is such a sort of sensitive, pressure-loaded piece on your body that it's carrying your weight around all day. So it needs to be looked after, especially if you're a runner or you want to start running. You need to stretch properly, you need to warm up properly, and doing little resistance exercises like the ones I'm about to show you will really, really help. So strengthening knee exercises. We'll get into it. So the first exercise we've got for you, right, is a long arc quad, or a long arc quad contraction. Okay, you need a seat. I'm using a jump box. So all you're going to do, make sure your feet aren't touching the floor, or they're just touching the floor, and it's literally you're just contracting your quad. So all you're going to do is raise one leg at a time and really contract and squeeze that quad, hold it for a few seconds, release it down. Now you do about one set of 10 on each leg. If you find it too easy, you can build up to sets of 12, 15, and then if you're finding that easy, then go on to do like 2 sets of 10 or 2 sets of 15. But literally all you're doing is bringing the leg up, squeezing and contracting the quad, keeping your toes pointed up, and release back down again. Next exercise I've got for you is the a glute bridge. I'm pretty sure most people know what glute bridge is. So, plant your feet firmly on the ground, bum, back, lie down flat. And you want about a 90-degree angle in your legs, roughly. Okay, not too relaxed, you don't want the angle too wide, not too short, you don't want your heels too close to your bum. So about 90 degree. And all you're going to do is keep your knees about hip width apart, maybe a little bit wider, and you're going to raise your bum and your hips up, and you're going to contract your glutes, hold it there for a few seconds, and back down. Back up, contract, release. Now if you want to make this harder, you can go into a single leg. So raise one leg up, bring it up, contract, but you need to keep that leg, I was holding it too high there, you need to keep that leg fairly straight, contract, and back down. Up, contract, back down. And there's your glute bridges. So this next one I've got for you is a short arc quad contraction. So, a foam roller is better. I've left my foam roller at home, so I'm going to use some soft foam yoga blocks. Similar to the long arc quad, where you were sat down and contracting your quad muscles and bringing your leg up. It's exactly the same principle, but it's a shorter arc, it's a shorter distance from the ground up. So, all you're going to do is relax your leg, heels on the ground, keep your toes pointed up for this, contract the quad, bring the foot up, and release. And again, contract, squeeze it at the top, hold it for a couple of seconds, and release. Now that's the short arc quad contraction. This next one is nice and easy. You need a little wall or something to get your balance on. This is just a lateral leg raise, or a side leg raise, whatever you want to call it. All you're doing, balancing yourself up against a wall, and you're just going to bring your leg up. And again, keep your toes pointed forward for the whole duration of this. Bring your leg up as much as you allow, so don't end up bending over too far. You want to keep your torso as straight as possible, little bend's okay, and you're just going to bring it up and back down nice and slow. Remember to slowly lower on every movement. Up and back down. Do about one set of 10 on each leg. If you want to make it a little bit more difficult, get a light band and put it around your ankles. Again, nice easy, nice simple. Torso straight, lift your leg up, slowly back down. So this next one is called a quad set straight leg raise. So you can either lean back or you can lie down, and all you're going to do, both legs lying down, and again you're just going to contract the quad, so really tense that top part of your leg, and you're just going to raise it up, keep your whole leg straight. There's no bend in the knee for this one because you're not trying to stretch your hamstring. you're focusing on the contraction of the quad. So contract your leg, contract the quad, raise it up, and slowly lower it back down. And again, hold it for a second at the top, and back down. So that is a quad set straight leg raise. Again, do 1 set of 10 on each leg. So again, this one's nice and easy. You need a bench or a chair or something stable. Again, I'm using the exercise box. So this one, it's nice and easy. It puts more focus on your quads than it does your hamstrings. So if you're doing a squat, you get the tension from your hamstrings when you're lowering down, and then you get the contraction from the quads as you're raising it back up. So this one, it takes a little bit away from the hamstrings, not much, because you've still got to use your body weight to lower yourself down, right? But it puts more emphasis on the quad. So it is literally just a step up. So all you're doing, putting your step on, putting your foot on, going up, and lowering back down. Now when you're at the top, don't lock your knee out. If you lock your knee out, you put more pressure on the knee joint, and you're not putting as much tension on the muscles. So you're taking away some of that effort. So, up, and slowly lower. And again, you just want like 1 set of 10 on each leg. Start building up from there. You know, next time do 12, next time do 15. You know, don't go mad, don't end up doing like 30. If you're doing 30, whatever, you can add a little bit of weight, you can add a dumbbell in each hand, but we're just focusing on making the knee stronger rather than, like, you know, we're not bodybuilding here, we are just focusing on helping the knee. So you go up and back down. 1 set of 10 on each side. Remember, just don't lock the knee out. So it's important to remember that all the muscles in the leg help protect the knee. So your hamstrings, your quads, your calves, your glutes, especially if you're running. You know, glutes are particularly important because they have the hip mobility, but they're all used to help protect the knee. So one thing I haven't shown you yet is the calves. So I'm pretty sure most people by now know how to exercise your calf muscles. The basic one is a calf raise. You can do them seated, standing, with weights, without. So I'm just going to show you the standing variation. Again, I've got a little foam yoga block here. Whatever you're using, make sure it's not going to tip over. Right, I've just tested this and it's just all right. So I find a wall to balance myself off, and I'm going to do a single leg calf raise. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to put my toes and a little bit of my forefoot on the block, make sure it's stable enough. I'm going to use the wall for balance, and I'm going to raise my left leg above the ground, lower my right heel to the ground, push up, contract for a second, slowly lower back down. Remember, it's really important, the eccentric part of the movement is just as important as the concentric part of the movement. So raise up, contract and squeeze, slowly lower back down. Again, start with 1 set of 10 on each foot, and then move up as you see fit.